Yeah, so let me give you your flowers. Okay, no pun intended.
You want to take cookies out the house? Okay, congratulations, you got your first job.
Like, take me out this car and put me in an Uber.
That many of us, would have taken, that step.
Like Joel James saying, you ain't sneezing, it ain't season.
But
before I let go.
Stripes and plaid, and it's like I can do what I want to do, and it looks great.
Process, is it best for them to acquire, a PR person?
It's great, and that you can do it. My father was an entrepreneur. My father's an entrepreneur.
At this age now, I'm kind of like, could I move back? Before I was like, I'm never going back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Sadie Says It All, Meet the Woman Behind the Business series. I'm so excited because, as always, we're coming through with some amazing guests for you. We have Black women small business owners who are letting you know a little bit about who they are, and we're talking to them about their businesses, okay? So today is no different. Today we have yet again another amazing guest, Miss Tracey Ambrose, owner of Tracey Ambrose W.R.A.P. Welcome, Tracey.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, round of applause. Click, click, click.
Yes, and what is that? What is that? What is that you have there? What is that?
Oh, this right here? Yes. And then this right here? Like, what are we doing? Huh? Were you saying something? I'm sorry, I was busy reading. I was voted on it, and it was part of the best of Meet the Woman Behind the Business Magazine of 2024, and it just happened to be voted to be on the cover of the magazine. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all, yeah, and all the things.
Yes, that was our best of awards issue cover for 2024. And Tracey was voted. She won our cover. And let me tell you something, it was well deserved.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys
congratulations
so much.
on that.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so Tracey, so the name of your business is Tracey Ambrose W.R.A.P. Now, the W.R.A.P portion, the W.R.A.P, is an acronym. So if you could please let everyone know what that acronym stands for.
Absolutely. W.R.A.P is it is technically a garment, right? Mm-hmm. But it does have the acronym of W.R.A.P. And the W is with, the R is revelation, the A is and the P is purpose, with revelation and purpose.
Oh, I love that. I love that,
yes,
girl.
Ma'am. Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now, also, if you could just let everyone know where it is you're located, because I like for the guests to kind of know where our business owners are, so that way if they can, slide through and check them out, they can.
Absolutely. I am located in sunny Southern California, IA. Yes. So your local beach cities, so your Torrance, your Hawthorne, your Long Beach, certain parts of like LAX area, that I would say that part of LA. Yes.
Yeah, girl, it is absolutely beautiful out there. I went there for the first time. I think it was last year. Or was it year before? Anyhow, maybe it was the year before. Anyhow, with the Meet the Woman Behind the Business Getaway Weekend, we held it in Los Angeles. And girl, the weather there was gorgeous. It was October. I live in Pennsylvania. I'm used to grabbing a coat. And girl, it was hot. Some of the places, it was hot. I was like, okay, LA?
Yeah, this what we doing? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, but it was beautiful though. We did get a chance to go to the beach, and we checked out some other areas, but did the whole Hollywood sign thing,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But it was absolutely beautiful. So yes, I'm jealous. Anyhow, so so now Tracey, with your crochet business, like how were you initially introduced to the whole craft and the art form of crochet?
Absolutely. Well, my second tagline is not your grandmother's crochet. No shade against grannies. We all love our grannies, right? However, and we all love what they teach us, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I was sitting there at a cousin's house. And this is like when I'm in the second grade, right? Yes.
Uh-huh.
And it's a family of cousins. It's not like an aunt and, then the nieces and nephews and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that. It's a family of cousins, right? So from the mother to the 3 daughters. And they've always endearing to me as a younger sister, right? So they're a family that knows how to sew, knows how to knit, and know how to crochet. So I'm around them all the time, and they're making their outfits. They're making their dresses. They are crocheting their ribbons on their hair and all the things. So I picked it up, all of it. But I gravitated towards crocheting more than the other 2. Right.
Okay.
So
Right.
I started out just like with everybody else, long strings, didn't finish it. Baby blankets, didn't finish it. But I gravitated towards mostly like hair barrettes and bows and things like that. Because I had like long pigtails. So I would, do that and wear that on my hair. Yeah. So that's how I started with a family of cousins who can get down.
That's so special. That's so special though, because to have everyone sitting around and take up those, crafts and like, wow, that's, I think that's awesome. That's just like these families where everybody sings together, and everybody can sing that type of bonding where you all can just get together and all of y'all gonna turn out something fly, and then all these people I just think that's so special when families are like that. Like it's just something. Okay.
And my mother used to take me over there while she would work, and I would stay the weekend, so I would pick up whatever they did is and then our Barbie dolls was fly because we had crochet crop tops and whatever halter tops back in the day and skirts and stuff like that. Yeah, real talk.
Well, it's funny how you mentioned that your second tagline is not your grandma's crochet, because I think a lot of times when people sometimes think about crochet, they do think about that. They have that attachment there. But what do you think makes your pieces so fashion forward? So just to let y'all know really quickly, these earrings that I am wearing are Tracey Ambrose W.R.A.P. And when I tell y'all, some of y'all know I host a fashion live stream. Whenever I wear these earrings, baby, the questions.
And you do.
The questions though, because they okay, that's cute, but where you get them earrings? That's nice, but where are they from?
Yeah.
So, girl, you are so talented. Like, what, how do you go about making things so fashion forward? Because your pieces are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so much. Well, a lot of people do not know that 98% of my designs are without pattern, because when I learned how to crochet, I didn't learn the language. I couldn't read a pattern. I didn't start reading patterns until maybe 10 years ago.
Ah, okay.
Literally. So I was doing everything off of vision. Like, I want to do a bolero sweater. I want to do something just to cover the arms and the shoulders. I know how to do it because I just know how to do it. You know what I mean? So she showed me how to do it. She didn't teach me the language or so I just thought of stuff out of my head. Yeah. Or I'll see something and I'll go, I believe I can crochet something like that.
Girl,
that's what I do.
That's a gift though.
Yes. Thank you so much.
That
Yeah.
is. That is.
Mhm.
And
And that's
throughout.
where the WRAP comes from, because it's with
Mhm.
revelation. And I do believe
Mm,
he gives me the vision for my designs.
mhm.
I do believe it.
Absolutely. I mean, and
Absolutely.
you all will see, I will place pictures and images throughout, this interview of Tracey's designs, because everything from her bags, child and bags, to
And-
like the earrings, to the
Mhm.
hats, and yeah, oh, I got some pictures of me with the hat. Yeah, we're gonna we're
Yeah,
gonna
baby.
include
Honey, because you was
those.
wearing that hat. Yes,
Girl,
ma'am.
I try to make y'all proud. When y'all hook a sister up,
Honey,
I
I
try to
knew
make
what
you
I was
proud.
doing when I sent you that hat. I knew what I was doing, because I knew you was going to do what it do.
Yeah, hey. Well, girl, you are like so, and it's funny because I interact with a lot of Black women, small business owners, and just to see the talents and the gifts that we possess, it's just such a beautiful thing. And
It
when I
is.
see it, I end up like, if somebody runs across my page or something, and I see that, and I was like, wait a minute. No, that ain't what I just saw. Wait a minute, how she do that? And then you find yourself so invested, and
Right.
you're just really like, how can I put this? I'm thankful for the gift that you all have, if that
Yes.
makes sense. Like
Yes.
I just feel good, like, wow, like God has really blessed the sister with that. Like, oh wow, I appreciate the artistry. I appreciate, everything that you all pour into your businesses, and to, especially like on the creative side too,
Right.
because just to be so gifted as to do that type stuff, so where
Mhm.
I'm like, Lord, child, I wouldn't know where to begin. Somebody would have to
Right.
come rescue me, because I'd be wrapped up and tied up and
And
all the
that right. I
crochets
hear you.
gone and everything.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So now, all right. So you have this gift, you have this
Yes.
talent.
Yes.
When did you decide, hey, you
Mm.
know what? I got this. I need to make this a business. When did you decide? How did you come about that thought process?
I'm picturing myself in
Mm,
corporate America,
mm,
and a supervisor of mine was moving from California to like East Coast. And I don't know if it was New York, or you get what I'm saying? So just
right.
East Coast. And I knew
Mm-hmm.
it was cold there, so where she was going, I knew it was going to be cold.
Girl.
And I really didn't have the money, but
Mm-hmm.
I knew I could make something just kind of snazzy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I started out making a wrap, like a long, big, wide, with
Mm-hmm.
buttons and a scarf.
Mm,
So it was
okay.
an oversized scarf to to the average person.
Right.
It's a big scarf, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I give it to her, and I wrap it up and put it all together. And
Mm-hmm.
she said, the first thing she said was, she's like, no, you did not make this. And I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh my gosh. She said, this looks like something from Dillard's or Macy's, or I'm like, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately went back to my desk, and I said, and I
Mm-hmm.
talked to another sister of spiritual sister of
Right.
mine. And she
Mm-hmm.
was my manager at that time. And I said, I think I'm going to start, a business. And she
Mm-hmm.
says, okay. She says, well, what will you call it?
Right.
So that's when I wanted to put my name to it.
Mm-hmm.
However, I wanted it to be a dual meaning. That's where the
Mm-hmm.
WRAP
Right.
comes in.
Right. Right.
Because I was making wraps, I was making things to cover you fashion wise.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a pattern. It just pops up in my mind.
Right.
So that's where the revelation comes from, or that's where the
Right.
purpose is to cover you
Mm,
both ways, with
right.
revelation and
Oh,
purpose.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're wearing something that has been given to me from God, and it
Mm,
covers me to
right.
cover you.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it
goodness,
covers me to
Tracy.
cover you.
And you know what? As often as we've spoken, it's always been like through a message or through a brief
Yeah.
email or something like
Uh-huh.
that. But to actually sit here and connect with you in this way and get the full, you
Yes.
know,
Behind the
explanation of
scenes.
what
Mm-hmm.
that and the whole behind child. Well, okay. Well, all right. Well, okay.
And then we take it to another level.
Girl. Well, I will say this.
Yes, ma'am.
The person that you made the piece for, that wrap for, the quality, like of your,
Yes.
the weight of the hat that
Yes.
you, like, Tracy, like it's really, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, like I said, I'm gonna place the pictures here, but
Okay.
pictures don't even do it justice as to what it feels like.
Yeah,
Like
right.
it's just so amazing, and to be
Yes.
that talented and to be able to perfect it. I will say perfect it because it looks like perfection to me, you know.
Gotcha.
And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so girl, anyhow, what we could go
And the
on
thing
about that.
is, if you don't mind me adding on to the vision, I
Mhm.
also don't use, I would say, your average yarn. I use what's called specialty yarn,
Oh,
right? So I'll
okay.
use yarn that is really for maybe a blanket.
Mhm.
Then
Mhm.
I'm gonna make some, jewelry out of it, or
Right.
a
Right.
handbag or hat,
Mhm.
or I'm
Yeah.
gonna think outside of the box. I'm still keep it. That's where the classy chic crochet or
Mhm.
wear crochet meets classy and chic, because it's
Mhm.
right. It's not trendy, and I don't mind the trends,
Right.
but you can go back to my item and bust out on them
Yes, honey,
2
as I
years from
do.
now.
How long have I had these earrings? These and then the round ones that are larger. The
Yes.
girl,
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, it never fails. Whenever I wear those
Yes,
pieces,
ma'am.
people are like, yeah, that's cute you got on, but
Yeah.
what about the earrings?
And that's your show to sell your items from your shop, and here I come.
No, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. When I put on certain pieces,
Mm-hmm.
when I put on these
Mm-hmm.
earrings with those pieces, it's with
Yes.
the intention of elevating the look. And
Exactly.
that
Exactly.
that is what happens, girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Your earrings elevate that look. So say for instance, it could be I wore these earrings with like a regular sweatshirt type of
I was
dress,
going to say that. Yes.
and then that bucket hat, that leopard print bucket hat.
Yes.
And no, I think it was the other round ones. I don't remember. Anyway, child. But
Mm-hmm.
if I had
Statement
not
piece.
worn those earrings with that sweatshirt dress, girl, wouldn't nobody been looking at that sweatshirt dress? Wouldn't nobody, girl, I sold so many of them darn sweat
Yes. Exactly.
because these
Yes, sis.
earrings were
Mm-hmm.
elevating the look.
It elevates. It adds to. So that's where I want the people or the community and the customers and the supporters to not shun away. Again, not your grandmother's crochet, right?
Mm-hmm,
Because
mm-hmm.
you're automatically turned off. I get it. I get it. However, you go to my page, however, comma and semicolon, right? You go to
Yes.
my page and website, and you like, oh, okay, that's what we do. Okay, yes, this is what we're doing. You can take anything in your closet and
Mm-hmm.
match it, like you said, sweatshirt, and the bucket hat, and girl with the ear. Like, wait a minute. Okay.
Girl, you couldn't tell me I was
I couldn't tell you nothing. I already know.
something. Child. But yeah, I mean, first of all, I will say this too. Usually, when you hear uh, a Black woman doing
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
okay, we not
Absolutely.
doing it the cookie cutter way. no way. You know?
Anyway. Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
so
yeah.
if you hear that there is a
Mhm.
Black woman who is
Mhm.
crocheting some fashion, best believe
Yes.
it's going to be something worth taking a
Yes.
look at. That is for
Yes.
sure. All right?
Yes,
For
ma'am.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on, y'all. Me and this microphone been fighting all day, but it's all right. All right, so I do have one question, one last question for you, and then we're gonna get into our game, girl. We're gonna have our
Oh,
game.
Lord.
So,
Please.
the one question I have for you, because sometimes, just as Black women, we face some struggles sometimes, and maybe some
Absolutely.
uncertainties and some doubts as far as trying to go full speed ahead with whatever business it is that we want to pursue or we want to start up. So, what words of encouragement perhaps would you have for a woman who may be like sitting on go kind of, but just kind of hesitant? Like
Right.
what words would you have to kind of help propel her forward to go ahead and jump?
Absolutely. I've had to sit on that. Hold on. Sorry, that was my son calling me.
Girl, you good all the time, child.
I've had to, let's say, pivot quite often. I am pivoting while I am with you right now.
Girl.
Honey, yeah,
That
these
was-
pearly whites, they got a job to do. Yes, ma'am.
Right.
So I will say this, and it may be cliche, it may be all of the things, but the only thing I can share with you and your audience is Galatians 6:9. Do not grow weary, comma, in doing good, for in due time you will reap a harvest if you faint not. And if I look at the part faint not, and I was like, well, what does that mean? If you don't give up,
Right.
you have to keep going. You can pause. You can pause. Pause is in the Bible. All those commas are pauses. But there is something after the comma.
Right. Oh.
There is something after the comma. There's quite a few commas in the Bible. There's quite a few commas in, let's say, the entrepreneurs and the big time speakers and the encouragers and the business coach and the all that therapists and there are all these commas.
Right.
Those are pauses. Those are pauses.
That is
sometimes it's okay to be in a pause season.
Yeah. That is,
it's okay.
girl, that's so well put. And that is so true. Like sometimes you do need that pause, because sometimes when you are taking that, not necessarily a step back, but when you're just being still.
Yes, exactly.
That's whenever you're able to hear things clearer, whenever you're able to think through things clearer. Sometimes when you're just, and I'm guilty of this, I'm on go, sometimes.
Me too.
And I have to take a moment sometimes and just be still,
Just
like,
pause.
yeah. Oh my goodness.
So
but
the
don't
only
stop.
thing I have is Galatians 6:9. Sorry.
Yeah, no, girl, great. But that is a whole word. And it's funny because I had stopped, I paused doing the podcast for like a little over a year.
Yeah.
And it was necessary though. It was necessary for me to kind of elevate other areas and bring those up, and then now kind of start up again. And
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So to you, sis, to any other person that is embarking or in the middle of or deciding, whatever it is,
Right.
Just pause because,
Mhm.
but don't grow weary.
Right.
You can
Right. Mm.
pause, but don't grow weary.
Yeah.
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 And doing good, 'cause you're doing good. You just may
Mhm.
need to pause.
Right. Mm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sis. Well, thank you for that word because
You're
that
welcome.
was something. And many of our viewers, our audience are going to get a lot out of that
Right.
because sometimes you may even be moving and feel like you're stuck,
Oh,
but if
absolutely. Hello.
only, yeah,
Hello.
only if you
Yeah.
may need to pause, and
Yeah.
just let
Somebody,
everything catch up to you.
right. So
Mhm.
I forgot who said it.
Mhm.
I believe it was an actor, and he said, just, matter of fact, it was Tyrese. And I don't know where he got it from, but it
Mm.
was, um, just because you're sleeping doesn't mean you're resting.
Oh, yeah, that is
So
true.
just because you're moving doesn't mean you know.
Right, right. Yeah,
Yeah. Don't
yeah,
mean you
yeah.
got it going on. Yeah, you just
No,
busy.
you like a hamster
Doing
on a
nothing.
wheel. Hamster on a wheel,
Yeah. You're just
around.
busy. There goes that pause
Mm-hmm.
and that
Yeah,
comma. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Use that comma.
girl.
Yes,
Okay, and
ma'am.
on that note, we about to pause so I can grab this game. 'Cause
Okay.
those of
Okay.
you that are familiar with our show here, we like to bring the culture into it a little bit. So we
Absolutely.
have a round of culture tags that we like to play with our guests. So let me
Okay.
just briefly explain how culture tags works. All right,
Okay.
so culture tags is a game where we hold up a card, and
Okay.
on the card there's an acronym. Okay, and my job is to give you the clues to what
Okay.
that acronym means.
Dang.
Now, the great thing about this game is that it's all from the culture, whether it's TV and film,
Okay.
songs we listen to, sayings we have,
Hmm.
all of that stuff. All right.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna have to revoke my black card, but go ahead.
girl, don't worry. You won't be the only one.
Just go ahead, cause my alter ego is real bougie. So go
Well,
ahead.
you know what? I kept it with songs and lyrics today. Okay.
Okay.
Songs and lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Don't have me get my DJ friend coming here.
well, you know what? Well, they can get some too. They can get some too. All right. So we're gonna start it with this one. Okay. So let me make sure
Okay.
I get the card up. Now, don't be intimidated when you
Okay.
see, say, for instance, if it's a lot of letters in the acronym,
Okay.
because that ain't gonna even matter. Once I give you the clues, you're gonna be
Okay.
like, oh,
Okay.
so don't even get
Okay.
tangled up in this. Don't even get tangled
Mm-hmm.
up. All right.
All right.
All right. So this group category is songs and lyrics. Okay. So let me get it so you can actually
Yeah, I
see.
got you.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So this one was a song from the Purple Rain soundtrack. Okay. And it's a song that Prince sung about a bird weeping. And
This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
yes, see that, attention to all that right there.
Yes, yes.
All right, see now you still got your black card intact, so we're
Okay,
gonna keep going. All right,
okay.
so this one. All right, again, songs and lyrics. Okay,
Okay.
let me get where you can see, because girl, there's a glare sometime.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Oh,
I'm gonna get it. Why is it so hard this time? Okay, there we go.
okay. Boom.
Okay, so this one is a song by James Brown, where he teaches us not to be ashamed of who we are.
Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
Oh, okay, coming off of Black History Month. Let's go. Yes.
You started, girl. I love music now.
Well, then we in the right category. All right, so we're gonna do one. We're gonna do one last one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, oh, how can I do that? Okay, hold on, because I gotta make sure I'm straight, because I can't say any word that's in the title. So I'm trying to. Okay,
gotcha.
All right. So, okay, we're gonna try this one. We're gonna try it.
Okay.
Let me get it. Let me get it right, because my glare be glaring sometimes, and I can't get it right.
Right. I think I got it.
Okay. So this song is by Biggie Smalls. And
I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
oh, yes.
I just keep my black card.
Let me stamp it. Black card. You got the stamp of approval.
Yes.
Yes. Girl, that was so much fun. All right, y'all. So everybody, Lord, I hope I ain't get on y'all nerves too much, because I know I was knocking that mic all around. But I got excited, all right? I like playing these games.
Exactly.
So y'all, so Tracey, thank you so much for joining us. Now, everyone, I'm going to have Tracey's social media tags and everything in this video. So make sure you go follow her and go check out them designs, child, because I'm trying to tell you, if you're trying to elevate the look, honey, this is what you need to do, okay? So make sure you check out her page and follow her on her social media pages. And also make sure you follow me, Sadie Says It All, Meet the Woman Behind the Business Magazine. And also make sure you subscribe here so you can continue to get all this Black excellence that's coming through. Okay, yes. All right. Let me see if there's anything else I need to ask y'all to do. Oh, if anyone's in the Houston area, or if you would like to be, the weekend of October 17th, 18th, 19th, honey, we are hosting our Meet the Woman Behind the Business Magazine Best of Awards event and pop-up weekend Houston. Child, let me tell you something. If you ain't gonna be nowhere else, you need to be there. All right, because we are coming through with these Black women small business owners. We're doing a doggone thing. We're having fashion shows, sisterhood community panels. We're having pop-ups. We're having, oh my goodness, a sisterhood dinner. We're having a sip and paint sing-along. We're having our bold, bright, and Black affirmations brunch. We're having our best of awards. Child, I know I'm leaving something out. Oh, our business runway roll call. Let me tell you something.
Wow.
Let me tell y'all. Y'all better get there, all right? And you got a lot of time. I'm telling you now. So you got plenty of
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So I appreciate everyone for joining us today. Again, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And thank you again, Tracey, so much for being an amazing guest. And everyone, we will see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.